Hey y'all, it's Rosie, and I'm here with another revelation. So, I was having a conversation with someone, and we were talking about tools for the kingdom. And God dropped in my spirit that we have tools, but a lot of times we're not using them effectively. Think about a fork. You use fork for salad, for meat and vegetables. However, if you had a bowl of soup, a fork would be ineffective. Yet it is still a good piece of silverware, still a good tool to have, but it doesn't work for soup. The same thing with our kingdom tools. We can have the right tools, but are we using them effectively? Let's talk about fasting. Fasting is a good tool for the kingdom. Biblical fasting, turning over your plate. During those times that you're turning over your plate, are you using those times that you would have been eating to pray, read your word, and speak to God, spend time with God? If you go on a consecration, some of y'all, take social media breaks and take a break from TV or something. Those times that you would have been scrolling or watching TV, are you using those times to pray, study your word, spend time with God? Because just not eating, not watching TV, not scrolling on social media is not good if you're not using that time to spend more time with God, to not spend that time praying and reading your word. There's a passage in the Bible. It's in the New Testament. Again, I want y'all to go in y'all Bibles and find these things for yourself, because God might give you another revelation. But it talks about the full armor of God. One of those pieces of the armor is the shield of faith. And if you watched some of my videos, you probably heard me say, but faith is forwarding all issues to heaven. So those moments where the enemy, tries to tell you a lie, are you holding up that shield of faith and letting those things bounce off and forwarding those things to heaven? Are you using that shield appropriately? And most importantly, prayer. Prayer is an effective tool. The disciples, they asked Jesus, how do you pray? And I know sometimes a lot of people just recite the Lord's Prayer, but in actuality, it was just a guide in how we're supposed to pray. And in that guide, he starts off by honoring his Father. Do you just come to prayer and just tell God everything that's wrong with you? Do you ever take time to first honor him for who he is? Alpha and Omega, King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Do you take time to thank him for what he's already done in your life? Thank him for what he's doing in your life now before you give off a list of things that you want or need done? Are you using prayer effectively? And even after you ask him, for what you need and what you want, do you take time to just listen? Listen for the answer, or after you done said what you need to say, you're done. Use prayer effectively. And there are so many more tools that we have as kingdom citizens. But my question to you, like God asked me, are you using those tools effectively? Let's do better, okay? Because we fight not against flesh and blood. And we have the tools, we have the weapons, but we have to use them effectively in order to win the battle. I hope this added a blessing to your day. I love you, and God does too.